Hey, welcome back. So, guys, as part of the today's session, let us see one more small concept that a kind of a prerequisite that it is really required for a Mac machine. So that's gonna be a homebrew, guys. Okay, so let me search for homebrew. So immediately a kind of a question that comes in our mind. So Surendra, what exactly this a homebrew is? Why we need this particular one? Okay, so this homebrew is a package manager for everywhere. Homebrew supports the Mac OS and this particular different operating systems. So what does this Homebrew does basically? The Homebrew install the command line tools and applications that you need across the Mac OS basically. So ideally, a kind of a question that comes in our mind. So Surendra, we are downloading the applications and we are putting the applications, whatever you have downloaded like Android Studio and as well as this Visual Studio Code, we move to the application folder and we are using it, right? With this particular homebrew, you no need to do that particular activity. In a simple terms, we can say that it's an open source package manager for this Mac OS, basically. So this is a kind of a text-based app store for a developer, I can say. So they will be doing whatever the things they want, they can do in a command prompt itself. Instead of searching for the apps in the online, downloading them, and then at the time of installation dragging them and dropping them to the applications folder, they will be simply writing down that particular command like a brew install node, brew install something. Automatically it will be downloading at that particular designated folder itself. Okay, that's perfect. So they have a given this particular homebrew command. Copy this particular command and pull your terminal, just install it. Okay, pull your terminal and then just install it. As and when you start installing the homebrew, it will ask you to your system password. And once after you enter your system password, it will ask you to return. Of course, as and when it is asking the return, right, you just need to press enter or a return key from your keyboard. That's it. So I'm just pressing the return key from my keyboard so that automatically it's just, getting installing this particular chunk. Okay, so the homebrew is required. So what additionally we need in our machine? So the additional chunk that we need to utilize or the additional chunk that we need to have here is an Xcode command line tools basically. Okay, the Xcode command line tools. What are they basically? They are a lightweight bundled of a terminal utilities itself, a bunch of a terminal utilities. So when you install Xcode, you get a massive application Windows user to build that particular application. The command line tool strip, okay, it gives you that particular ability to get the required things. Okay, it includes the critical utilities like, the simulator control and all those things. It will fetch that information. So immediately a kind of a question that comes in our mind. So Surendra, it's purely related to the Xcode and the Mac OS. Why it is related to MobileWright? Okay, so the point here is MobileWright does not manually click on a screen on any iOS simulator, right? It sends basically silent background commands to SIMCTL basically to say that boot this particular iPhone, install this particular app. All those instructions would be passed through this particular command line tool itself. Okay, that's fine. Then how exactly we can install this command line tool? The simple thing here is Xcode select hyphen install. That's it. Okay, Xcode select hyphen install. So here it is saying that, buddy, you have already installed it. Whereas for you, right, it will ask you to install. Just proceed with the further options and complete that installation. So these are the two different things additionally a Mac user needs. If at all you are using a Windows machine, you don't need this chunk at all. Okay, perfectly all right. Let's take a break. See you again in the next lecture. Bye bye.